Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Do appreciate you. Um, Question, can you guys hear me? I hope. Pray to God. I hope you guys can hear me. Oh, what a day. Okay. Am I loud, soft? Let me know before we get started. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. All right. So we are going to be listening to the press conference that this killer, Andrew McGann, who was a teacher. Yes, an elementary school teacher. And if that doesn't make you scared, I don't know what will. I do apologize for ending my live earlier very unexpectedly. Failed equipment. That's why I was late for this one. But we're working it with it now. Well, he certainly was. I can absolutely show you this from last night. Look at this, by the way. Look at this from last night. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Look at this. 5th grade teacher. Is that not crazy, y'all? Is that not crazy? Unbelievable that there's this creepo out here teaching our children, and to boot, he he resigned, I should say, and allegedly the principal, because he was allegedly making some of the young girls feel a little weird. Hello, ATS. Good to see you here. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. Craziness, y'all. What is the world coming to? He got hired in current state. Yes. But guess what? He was going under a different name in this state, from what I understand. Going under a different name. Yeah. Yep. Crazy, y'all. What is the world coming to? You remember the hairstylist. Remember the hairstylist, lovely lady? She was doing his hair. She's like, I gave him a fucked up cut, because that's what she said. She's like, I fucked up his head because she had just started cutting his hair. Look at this demon. I mean, yeah. Didn't he have a criminal background? How did he get hired? I don't think he has a criminal background. He looks so angry. He looks extraterrestrial. I can't say that very good, but that's what he looks like. He's got a very, I don't know, don't they all have the look? He has pretty much admitted that he killed these folks. It makes me wonder now if this is something that, was he going after the girls? Was he going after the kids? I don't know. Yeah, he pretty much confessed. Yeah. Now, I want to show you something before we go to the press conference about this. Credit goes to 5 News. I want to show you Lupita's beauty salon here. Let me put the link. A link is provided in the description. I'm going to be using this under the Fair Use Act of 1976 for commentary, criticism, news, educational purposes. And where's my banner? Okay. Full credit goes to 5 News. There we go. Zoom in on the pic. He has injuries. I hope he does. I hope his hand's fucked up too. Yeah. You can see, I can't zoom in because I'm not on my phone, but if you pinch, if you're on your phone, you can pinch and you can see he's definitely got injuries. And I'm glad. I hope he was fucked up.
And we can tell you that when she visited the neighborhood, that there was a couple of folks that she was trying to interview. They would not go on camera. That he did live at the address there. Confirmed a huge police presence from 6 o'clock until 11 o'clock last night. And so what we're seeing here is the news video from the salon where the arrest was made last night. Here's what the stylist had to say after what happened last night.
I want to start off first by saying my condolences to the Brink family. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. I couldn't sleep last night thinking about them. And they'll always be in my heart to imagine those little girls. When I saw him,
the parents saved the girls' lives. They really did save those girls' lives. If they had not said run, I think he would have taken them. And to me, he's not very smart in the first place, because if he was going to take them, that's not really the place for them to do it, because there's a lot of people around. That's why I'm still kind of debating on whether was he going to take the girls, because it just doesn't seem like you got to go way up the hill and stuff. How are you going to track 2 girls up the hill past everybody? I don't know. Maybe he was, though. Maybe he was just waiting for the right time.
He looked pretty normal. Something did feel off about him. I noticed I was in the break room heating up my food for lunch, and I noticed a black car pulled up. The doors open, so I would see who would pull up. I came back up here, and I noticed the guy just standing over here. As soon as I saw him, something fell off about him. He looked pretty scary. He didn't look like he was okay. He was very timid. He was always with his head down, long hair covering his face.
Well, see, there you go. He was very timid. It's not that he was timid because of his personality. It's that he just didn't want people to notice. He didn't want people to take a good look at him. Right? You sent me a text. Okay, honey.
I didn't want to speak up yesterday after seeing the photos, because anything can change from when those pictures were taken, and he looked to be a lot slimmer. But as soon as I saw the pictures, I'm like, that's him. He just looks slimmer. Like I said, he was on the run. He probably didn't eat or, took care of himself. He looked pretty confused. I don't know how to describe it. I saw him, his eyes just looked sunken, pretty kind of like soulless is what I could describe.
You know, it's just so weird. Like, I don't get why these people do it. They know they're going to get caught. Like, you know you're going to get caught. Especially these high-profile ones. 5 is everything. It sure is. You damn right it is. It is built into our intuition.
He didn't want anything cut from the top of his head. He wanted to hide his face. He just wanted a fade on the sides. He didn't really know what he wanted, so I kind of explained to him what kind of haircut would go well with him, with what he had. Yeah, he just didn't want to touch anything from the top. Well, I was.
Yeah, he wanted that long hair there. He didn't want people to see it on the sides. He could wear it on the top and he could put it down like that. But it turned out not to be a Mazda car. It's something else. I can't remember what they said it was. But he hadn't been in Arkansas that long himself.
About 5 minutes into the haircut when a man pulled up and asking about whose car that was outside, and that's when he would tell him, I believe this is your car. And he just stood quiet. I guess he felt kind of scared.
Can you point it?
As soon as I saw the stickers
Wow.
of the evidence and stuff, I knew something was wrong, and I asked if it could be related to the Devil's Den incident, and they said it could have been. Yeah, it's been overwhelming. I've never been in a situation like this, so I just couldn't stop thinking about the little girls that saw his face. He's pretty scary.
No joke.
Dark sunken eyes, but it feels like it's too much. I could only imagine the family, the
Audie's
Briggs
in Tennessee
family,
case.
what they're going through. I saw the black car and I saw him. I'm like, okay, a couple things are checking out, but the way that he looked, it's what gave me the chills.
Not writing his name.
Yes, also with not wanting to write his name to sign in. I will say, just anyone take caution. These people can be among us.
Well, when they were doing the Arkansas presser, they were talking about a specific podcaster that did incredible work. He did great work. And that's the thing. I mean, we're good at what we do sometimes.
Would never realize that you could have someone in your chair that has done these horrible things, and just really be on the lookout and keep an open mind, and just try and be safe.
Imagine bringing your side
Okay, here we go. We're going to watch the press conference, and without further ado, here we go. Oh, let me take this thing down real quick. Banner. Okay, we're going to give Fox News the credit. I think it'll be okay. Credit goes to Fox News. Link is provided in the description. This is the FBI presser. Here we go.
Live briefing from investigators and police about the chilling death of parents. Their daughters got away in a park. Suspect is in custody. Watch this.
Counterparts that's second to none. There was an incredible amount of cooperation and collaboration that went into this investigation. No part is less than any other's part. There's a total package that has to be looked at, has to be investigated, and these groups work together in a very impressive way. And we can't thank them enough, not just on this case, but in every case that we work within state police. To have that partnership
Who's that
with them
cinnamon
is
bear?
really valuable. I want to thank the public for providing images and videos from cell phones, home, and business security footage
Good.
that directly advanced this investigation. We'll talk a little bit more about how that played out, but the information that was put out and the request for information back.
Well, that might be true, Cinnamon Bear, but how are we to know how, what is by interviewing someone? Is that stepping out of their bounds? Asking someone their account? Is that overstepping your bounds? That's all he did that I'm aware of. Right? Because he was putting things together. People were putting things together.
From the public directly resulted in this person being brought into custody. It allowed our investigators a starting point to move forward and to use their skills that they've developed over the years and their experience to bring this person into custody. We had about 500 tips that came in through our phone lines, social media. Not only were there a lot of tips that came in, and we're very thankful for that, but there's a lot of people that have to field those tips. And it's not all badge-wearing, gun-toting members of the state police or Department of Public Safety. We had a lot of civilian personnel that were tasked with that. There was a lot of time and energy spent on triaging those tips and making sure they went to the right people. And so we owe a great gratitude for that support staff that helped with this as well. Although everyone is innocent until proven guilty, we did confirm this morning that our suspect's DNA has been a positive match to the DNA that we suspected to belong to our suspect at the scene. During an interview with investigators, the suspect indicated that he did commit these murders.
Really?
We executed a search warrant at his residence. There were articles found there.
And that's another thing. That's another thing, Terry. I think this podcaster kind of embarrassed them a little bit, to be honest with you, because you would call and you couldn't get a fucking answer. What are you supposed to do if you don't answer? Right? What are you supposed to do if you don't answer? Fine. People's been trying to get a hold of you. In fact, the man put a link. He said, this person that I'm interviewing has been trying to get a hold of you for days. There you go. I think it was uncalled for them to do that, honestly. Just my opinion. Look at him there. Woo!
Are consistent with being involved in this particular crime. And I will let Major Rhodes speak more of that or more to those details. We do believe he acted alone. We have absolutely no reason to believe that there's anyone else involved, and we do not anticipate any future arrest or any other arrest beyond this suspect.
He's 28.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $190.
I'm sorry, I didn't put it on my commercial list one. I apologize.
I'm going to go ahead and pass off to Major Stacy Rhodes. She can walk through a little bit more of the information, and I'll return to the podium and we'll answer any questions we can. Thanks.
Well, good afternoon. As he indicated, I'm Major Stacy Rhodes. I oversee the Criminal Investigation Division for the State Police. And I kind of want to walk you through how we initiated and progressed through our investigation. So, as you all know,
he's the type you hear the music dun 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 dun. You know. No, thank you.
Responded to a call for service at the state parks. Two young children were found and indicated that something had happened to their parents on the trail. that initial information that came from the kids gave us our first starting point, which was a description of a suspect. There was another witness at the park that we encountered that gave us additional information about the suspect and a particular vehicle that he was seen leaving the park. With that, we took the information, completed and let me kind of, we'll start there. So from there, we had a pretty good description of our suspect. We did our initial release. Other witnesses came forward that were on the trail during the time that the murders occurred that did not see the murders, but brought forth video footage, photographs that they had taken on their day trip to the park. From that, we obtained a photo. We interviewed witnesses and were able to compile a composite sketch of what we believed our suspect looked like.
I don't think the composite did I wouldn't have picked him out of a composite with the composite. But he's got a unique hair color, right? I mean, it's not really, really unique hair color, but most, people men especially have like darker hair. That's the way I think of it. So there's that, but I don't think it looked much like him.
With that, we received dozens and dozens of tips. With the initial vehicle information that we received, it being a black sedan, one of the initial descriptions was that it was sporty. From that, we received
I'm going to show you something.
Well over 5 or 6, maybe close to 10 videos of this particular car from homes and businesses along the routes in and out of the park. So we were able to ascertain a pretty good description of this vehicle. So with that vehicle information, that became critical in identifying our suspect. So with the photos or the tips that came in with the composite and the photo, as the Colonel said, we received over 500 tips. And initially we were using the names and information to come out to compare with, did they have black vehicles? Did they meet a certain criteria of vehicles? But as we began to hone in on the vehicle, it became clear that it was a Kia Stinger. And we used that information to vet.
Kia Stinger, that's got to be a newer car. I've never even heard of a Kia Stinger.
Various owners, and our suspect was identified. And with that, we sought him out and we located him at a local barber shop there in Springdale. We took him into custody. And with that, we, spoke to him and he made statements indicating that he had committed these heinous acts. And our job didn't stop there. We executed a search warrant on his house and also on the vehicle. We are still waiting a lot of testing at the crime lab. But as the Colonel said,
I mean, it doesn't appear that this man had any sort of connection. Like, what kind of connection did this guy have? They had both only lived in Arkansas for a couple weeks. I wonder if he thought, oh, I'm new here, nobody will suspect me? I don't know. I hope he tells why. I really want to know why. This is probably one we'll follow all the way to court, to trial. I usually don't do a lot of trials, but this is probably one that we will follow to trial. Hello, angel of light. Good to see you, my lovey. Rainbow Justin, and changed his name at the school in state too. So maybe, yeah. You watch Trials?
DNA that was recovered at the initial crime scene matched his DNA that we pulled last night.
I'm going to show you something in a minute that you can't unsee.
I'm sorry.
Good afternoon. My name is Brandon Carter. I'm the prosecuting attorney for Washington County, Arkansas.
Oh, shit. Brandon Carter. You're the good Brandon, sir. You're the good Brandon Carter.
So the first thing I want to say here today is that my thoughts are with the Brinks family. There are three girls who tragically lost their parents in this case. And although today is a good day for law enforcement, there's a shadow over it because of the tragedy that occurred on Saturday. I want to commend the state police for the work they did in this case. I couldn't be more proud to be an Arkansan today. I couldn't be more proud to be a resident of Northwest Arkansas right now. And I'm confident and satisfied with the work that law enforcement did in this case. Especially, I want to note the cooperation I saw between local agencies in this case. I could name them all off, but I have a list here of 7 to 9 agencies that worked.
And I think this is, again, another lesson that we need to really be critical of teachers, coaches, anyone around children, because these predators are glued to these types of jobs. They just are. They just are. And it has been proven time and time and time again. So anytime there is, and especially, listen, if he resigned, that's not good enough. Listen, that's not good enough that you get to resign, lose that job, and go get another job. That needs to be put right in the books. Right in the books. 7 and 9 always late. Not good enough for me.
Hand in hand to quickly solve this crime. And I commend every law enforcement officer that worked on this case. I also commend any member of the public that provided us information that led to the solving of this crime. I want the public to know that they're safe. The defendant in this case is innocent until he's proven guilty. But I'm confident that we have the right defendant in this case, and the public need not worry going forward. Someday they're going to open Devil's Den State Park, and I'll be on the trail myself.
1,000%. 1,000%. Most teachers and people in education are wonderful, and they don't get paid enough at all. You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is we have to be extra vigilant on these types of people. If they're getting a little too close, or if they're looking a little too much or something, just all the key things. Take note of that. Take note of that. Thank you, Janet. Good to see you, babe. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Good to see you, my love. We really do appreciate you. Oh, your little dog is so cute there. He's got his head on a watermelon cushion. That's so cute.
When that happens.
Thank you, love.
The defendant will be spending time in Washington County Circuit Court over the course of the coming days. It is my intention to use the full weight of my office to bring this defendant to justice for the Brinks family.
Hey, Bushi.
Before we open for questions, just want to touch real briefly on something that gets lost in this sometimes, and that's the family.
All right,
story.
we're going to listen to these questions, and we'll let you know.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me show you this. Y'all ready for this? Pop this banner off. Okay. Oh, let me do this one too. Look at this. You're not going to be able to unsee this. I see the resemblance. I do. Does the killer have eye makeup? Are you calling me a killer? I do have a little eye makeup on. Excuse you. Oh, you mean him? Sorry. No, I don't. I don't. He doesn't. He doesn't. He is a creeper. War. Creepy McCreeper too. He does. He is. For sure. We've got the probable cause affidavit, which we shall read. Look at this. On Saturday, July 26, Washington County Dispatch received a 911 call from Devil's Den State Park. The call, hold on, let me turn that music. 2 seconds. Guys, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jane. Justin, I will have words. I will have, my name is not Janie, not Janet, it's Jane, spelled with the Y. I always call you, what do I call you? And I won't tell you again, XX. What do I call you? Well, you see, it looks, I don't know, when I glance at it, it's Jaynet, and I think of Janet. I think of Janet. But it's just Jane. Jane. Jayne without the T. The T is the, I guess, last name or something. Thank you, Jane. Jane. I know, but I see the T and it looks like Janet. You get what I mean? When I'm looking at it. Okay. Don't miss anything having to do. No, I don't, Tina. We go deep. All right. On Saturday, July 26, Washington County Dispatch received a 911 call from the Devil's Den State Park. The caller reported that they had located 2 bodies on the trail with a large amount of blood was present. 2 children, girls ages 7 and 9, were located by a hiker. The hiker got the girls off the trail and then hiked to find the girls' parents. The hiker located the deceased bodies of the parents on the trail. The hiker then had to hike out of the trail to get phone service. The Arkansas State Police requested that the Arkansas State Park requested that the Arkansas State Police take the investigation. ASP investigators arrived in the park and began interviewing patrons. It's kind of blurry. One of which was an individual who emerged from the trail. with what appeared to be blood on his face. Wow. The witness reported that the individual with blood on his face entered a black sedan and drove it away from the park on Highway 170. Oh my God. That motherfucker had blood on his face. And left. That is crazy. Unbelievable. Okay. The witness reported that the individual with blood on his face entered a black sedan and drove it away from the park on Highway 170. And God bless that man. God bless that man. He's a hero for those little girls, number one, and number two, for seeing that car. Excuse me. Later, a second witness stated that the black sedan was a Kia Stinger. Security footage from local businessmen and residents in the general area provided by investigators with a video of the vehicle later determined to be a 2022 Kia Stinger. ASP investigators investigated the crime scene and located a blood trail leading from the crime scene. The blood trail was believed to be the victim's blood. All evidence was collected and relevant evidence was submitted to the crime lab. On Monday, July 28, 2025, an autopsy was performed on both victims by the Arkansas State Crime Laboratory. The medical examiner provided investigators with preliminary findings that both of the victims died of homicide by stabbing wounds. In the days following the homicides, police were able to identify the suspect vehicle as a black Kia Stinger on July 30th, 2025. They discovered it yesterday, and they arrested his ass yesterday. Police continued their investigation and were able to locate the suspect's vehicle at a barber shop in Springdale, Arkansas at approximately 4:58 p.m. Investigators entered the barbershop, identified themselves, and made a general inquiry as the ownership of the vehicle parked in the barbershop lot. An individual who was receiving a haircut, later identified as the defendant, Andrew James McGann, indicated that he was the owner of the vehicle. Investigators noted in speaking with McGann that there were several cuts on his hands. McGann was detained. McGann provided consent to investigators enter his vehicle to obtain his identification. When investigators entered the vehicle, he had cuts on his hands. He didn't wear gloves. A substance appearing to be blood was observed inside the vehicle. He didn't even clean it out. Wow. He didn't even clean it out. That's crazy. What's that? Justin, also they're telling on news he bought new house in spring. Well, his life is over now. That's crazy. The mom, anyone in the chat know if the reports that mom took the girls to their car and then went back to save husband. No, that's not true. No. The husband was attacked first, and then mom told the kids to run, SD. And that happened. Wow, was someone being crazy, Jen, in here? What was going on in chat? Something was going on? He's getting a big house. Yeah, no shit. He's getting a real big house now. Okay. The substance appearing to be blood inside the vehicles because of the significant blood found leaving the crime scene and the wounds of McGann's hands, plus the blood located inside the vehicle. Investigators seized and transported McGann's Kia Stinger to the Arkansas State Police Trooper L headquarters. McGann was taken to the Arkansas State Police Troop L headquarters, where, after being provided his Miranda warnings, he made a statement indicating that he had committed the 2 homicides. Andrew James McGann committed the offenses of 2 counts of capital murder when he made a plan to attack and to kill another. Andrew then waited with deliberate purposes and killed 2 hikers at the Devil Den State Park. So he just waited there? Just deliberately waited there. I was telling my husband about these cases. He's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy, Mama Angie. It really is. It's almost like he wanted to get caught. It's crazy. Well, he's certainly a crappy criminal. Left DNA, goes and gets a haircut. I know, right? Oh my God. Craziness. What is going on here? Okay, what's this? Tools, seconds. Oh. I didn't know this was out. This is nice. Look at this, y'all. Very sloppy. Look at this, y'all. Okay. Look at dumbass going in. Watch him here. Watch him. Oh my God. Look at him. Guys, yuck. He looks weird as hell. No. No. What's the word I'm looking for? He reminds me of some character. He looks very odd. Totally disheveled. Yeah. That's a nice way of putting it. No, hairdresser did not call the police. FBI tracked him down. right there. They generally don't like to arrest you at home. If they're going to arrest you at home, they're going to arrest you at 3 a.m. Generally. Especially if they think you're dangerous. Yes, AB, yes. There's no volume, there's no sound to this or anything, but look at this. It's fucking creepy, man. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. I don't want her to touch him. I'm like, don't touch him. Could be covering up traces. Traces of blood with, what do you mean, Cassie? He looks like a clown, yes. Oh, thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. I missed that earlier. Thank you for your hard work, Justin, as always. Thank you so much, Miss Maria. Appreciate you, baby. Good to see you. Thank you so very much. Pauline, where do you find time to sleep? Justin, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very, very, very much. I would have been live earlier today had I not had a doctor's appointment. Okay, I need to shut up and watch this. But thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you, Pauline. I was like, I know that. Hold on, I need to go back and watch this. I bet you I would have like put my hands in bleach, probably. Yes, he was a teacher, elementary school teacher. Elementary school. All right, now watch this. FBI agents in plain clothes. That's what I'm screaming. Look at him. He's got that. I don't know what kind of haircut it is. It's like, I wish we knew the motive. Just evil. How he passed his background checks. Well, he changed his names there as well. See, I want to see him come in the door. Watch her. He's still got his cape on. I wish we could see. Is that his sideburns or is that a cut right there? Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Oh, I would give him, he needs a neck cut, what he needs. Right, Judy? I'm going to play it all the way again when he comes back in. He kind of talks to her and then she's outside. Oh shit, sorry, I was muted. I can't get over that look right there. He looks like something off of the Addams Family. Or what was that show that was on? It was like something of like they were like they were like monkeys. What was that show? Yeah, old show. Planet of the Apes, maybe, or something like that. Cousin It or Lurch. Yeah, that's it, maybe. She's like, I'd kiss you, but you're so damned ugly. Muncheesy or something like that. He did kind of dress like a teacher. Those shoes, man. I can't get over that look. Ugh. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Okay. I feel so bad for her. That lady was like, I hadn't worked in a long time. I know, I'm like, don't touch him. She's like, I haven't worked in a long time. And she's like, because I've been stressed. And she's like, I've been stressing about my bills and everything. She's going to get a lot of business. People's going to get their hair done just to hear her say, tell me about it. That's a really good video. Really good video. The kids wear their hair messy nowadays. Well, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's even messy looking. It's just, that's not messy. That's just grotesque. I don't know. I can't say it any other way. Here we go. Here it is. There we go. That's it. That's the look. Hello, Jane. Not clean shaved like usual. Well, they said when they were looking for a suspect, they said that he had stubble. It's definitely his hair. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so very much for your support. I really do appreciate you, love. She gets a lot of clients with good. I pray she does too. She seems like a really good person. Can't believe he stayed in the area. Well, he's getting ready to start work. You know? So, kind of a catch-22, I guess. There is, let's see here. 2 seconds. The hell? Okay. What is this? Court doc, Springdale man admits to fatally jailhouse. He's in the jailhouse now, y'all. How you doing? Look at this. Oh, yes. You better get used to getting every orifice checked of you, sir. Because they're gonna check it. Guarantee. Yep, my son's hair makes him look like a llama. That's funny. That's the kids' hair now. That's all their kids. That's all the boys now. Oh, you can tell he said thank you at the very end. You're not welcome, SOB. You're not welcome. I don't know. We don't know, Happy. We don't know. He looks like this. That's funny. 1 second here. What's this? 2 seconds. Video shows abduction of toddler at Fair Oaks Mall. Kidnapping arrest. Oh, wow. Where's Fair Oaks Mall? Washington. Wow. People are nuts. That's a really... Someone just sent me a thing of a kid... this little, like, 2-year-old was abducted at Fair Oaks Mall, I think in Washington. Yeah, Washington, D.C. And they just some stranger. It's crazy. I wish they would have. I wish they were you. Stephen Stern's search on him. Ugh. Like Stephen Stearns is so gross. He's so gross. Can't even with him. This is a Kia Stinger, which we've seen his car earlier. But this is a Kia Stinger. And yep. Kia Stinger. That's crazy. He just so sloppy. Unbelievable how sloppy this dude was. To not even like clean up the blood. It's crazy. Okay, I want to make sure there's nothing else here because we have another live scheduled and we're going to be covering the case out of Tennessee. I would think they would have a press conference today, but they don't have a press conference. I'm really surprised. Yeah, look at this. Really surprised. Here we go. Andrew McGann. And look here. It says, our 3rd grade team has a new addition to help us welcome Mr. McGann. Or not.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
We're not welcoming you, sir. Sorry. Not sorry. Not gonna happen.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
That's right. They got his DNA. He ain't getting a plea deal. No, God. He admitted it. You know, to be someone that educates someone, he's pretty fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like, you're pretty dumb to bet the school feels stupid. Well, I bet you they will really do background checks from now on. Was the murder? Austin was... Okay, so Love Till I've Got... This is the Devil's Den State Park where a couple was killed in front of their 7 and 9-year-old girls, stabbed to death. They were just out hiking a trail. And started stabbing the dad, and the mom said, run as fast as you can. And the girls got help. You do? Wait, what? My name is Drew McGann. Drew. I am thrilled to be a part of, how do you pronounce it? Bayyari, rather. Bayyari team this year as a third grade teacher. I have 3 years of certified teaching experience and a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education from Oklahoma State University. In my free time, I love going to concerts with friends, working out, and being outdoors. I look forward to being an asset to, how do you pronounce it? I hate mispronouncing words. Bayyari. Let's see here. Okay, Bayyari. Okay, making sure. Bayyari Elementary, third grade. He was third, fourth, and fifth grade teacher. I look forward to being an asset to the Bayyari family this year and living in this gorgeous state of Arkansas. Well, you got plenty of time there, Mother Chicken. You got plenty of time there. They took it down stat. They took it down so quick. They took it down so quick. Sandwich, what is the other school never held him account? No, he resigned. He resigned. Sure did. Yes, he did. They took that down quick. This is the other school, Broken Arrow Public Schools. I graduated from Oklahoma State University, go Pokes, in May with a BS in elementary education. You brought a lot of BS there. I have been a substitute for the past 2 years in Tulsa County, Oklahoma, and a student teacher for the spring 2022 semester in Broken Arrow Public Schools in a fourth grade math and science classroom. I didn't get the rest. But that doesn't, it just doesn't. The fuck is wrong with his hair? It's craziness. Would stricter laws lower crimes? Well, ask Singapore. Singapore, very little crime. Very, very little crime there. They will unalive you or cane you about a lot of things. Was she working there alone? That's a good question. I don't think so. Yep. The boys in the classroom. Yep. North Korea. I don't know if we should have North Korea, Saudi Arabia. Which, I mean, Saudi Arabia and places like that, many times you don't have freedom of a lot of things, though, right? Did he play football? Maybe they need to study his brain. Good question. But there's this thing that is the 27. And Isn't he 27? 27 or 28, something like that. He a lot of these men do these crimes at 27 and 28 years old. 27, 28. And anywhere from him to, I think it was, I don't know if it was, maybe it was Dahmer. BK looking. I don't know. I don't care where he says he was. At Dog. Yeah. Mama Angie, sometimes people have messed up minds and the parents raised them right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. You know, I don't I try not to judge the parents. I really don't, because there's just wonderful parents out there that their kids become monsters, and that's just the truth. Like earlier, which we're going to be live in just a minute on, this guy from Tennessee that were Austin Robert Drummond. People were already speaking about, they were already going to the dad's account and talking really bad about him. Like, you raised a killer and everything like that. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's cool. Yeah. How old is Koberger now? Brian. He was 28 years old when this happened. When he committed the crime. Brian was 28 when it happened. Yeah. There's a thing with this 28 years. They're going to be doing a lot of studying in these generations. I'm telling you. Is it mental illness? I mean, I think you have to be mentally twisted to take, to puncture a knife into someone's body over and over and over again, especially in the front of kids. Statute of limitations. There's no statute of limitations on murder. Murder or RAPE. Yeah, I mean, that's when a lot of mental illnesses in males start to show. And, more violent crimes are committed by men because of a hormone called testosterone. And that is why more men create more crimes. Ernest T. Bass. So there's that many people are severely mentally unwell. That's absolutely true too. It's a lot of different factors. It's a lot of different factors. There is no answer. I think some people are just, I think there are people out there that are just inherently evil. I think there are people out there that are mentally incapacitated. You know what I mean? So, all right, guys, I will be. Ted Bundy apparently started at the age. Yeah, Bundy started. I don't think it was Dahmer that started young, wasn't it? I think it was Dahmer that started young. Yeah. The dating rejecting you a lot. It depends. It depends. I just looked it up. Okay. I think it was Dahmer with the animals when his. No, you're right. That was. Maybe it was Bundy where his dad would skin the animals and he did something to him. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll be back here in just 15 minutes. So we've got a lot to talk about. Hopefully they'll arrest this mofo while we're live. I think that they'll find him pretty soon. Even our prisons are way worse. Thank you, Amy. Good to see you. All right, guys. See you guys in just a minute. Love, loves.